Welcome to another episode of Learn English with Podcast Conversation. Today, we're talking about an exciting topic: how you can improve your English skills while traveling. Traveling is a great opportunity to immerse yourself in real-life language situations, whether you're visiting an English-speaking country or interacting with fellow travelers.
Exactly, Jennifer. Not only does traveling help you experience new cultures, but it also puts you in situations where you have to use English to communicate, whether it's at the airport, in a hotel, or even at a cafe. And as always, listening to podcasts like this one helps improve your listening and communication skills while also giving you practical tips for everyday life.
That's right. So, whether you're planning a trip or already on the go, we've got some great tips that will help you keep learning and practicing English while you're traveling. Let's dive in.
When you're traveling, every moment is an opportunity to practice English. One of the easiest ways to improve your language skills is by starting conversations in English whenever you can.
Absolutely. If you're staying at a hotel, you can practice asking the staff for directions, recommendations, or even just a casual chat about the area. These everyday interactions help build your confidence and give you practical speaking experience.
And don't be afraid to make mistakes. People usually appreciate when someone tries to speak their language, even if it's not perfect. Plus, the more you practice, the more comfortable you'll feel.
Another great tip is to talk to other travelers. Whether you're at a hostel, on a tour, or in a shared space like a cafe, you're likely to meet people from different countries, many of whom speak English as a second language.
Exactly, and these informal conversations can be a great way to practice. You can share travel stories, exchange tips, or even ask about their culture, all while practicing your English skills.
Another great way to keep improving your English while traveling is by using language learning apps and resources. These apps are like having a personal tutor in your pocket.
That's true. Apps like Duolingo or Memrise can help you practice vocabulary and phrases on the go. If you have a few minutes while waiting for your train or flight, pull out your phone and practice some new words.
And let's not forget about podcasts. Listening to English podcasts while you travel is a fantastic way to practice your listening skills. You can listen while you're walking around a city or waiting for transportation.
Exactly. And not just language learning podcasts. Listening to podcasts on any topic you enjoy, whether it's travel, history, or even science, helps you become more familiar with how English is spoken in real conversations.
Plus, many podcasts are designed for English learners, so they often speak a bit slower and focus on vocabulary and grammar in a practical way.
When you're traveling, you'll encounter English everywhere on signs, menus, brochures, and even advertisements. Take advantage of these opportunities to read and understand as much as you can.
That's a great point. You can even challenge yourself by trying to read through a restaurant menu in English and order your meal using the new words you learn. It's practical and helps reinforce the vocabulary.
Yes, and don't be afraid to ask questions if you don't understand something. Most people will be happy to help, and you'll be learning in a real-world context.
Exactly. And if you're visiting museums or tourist attractions, read the information plaques or brochures in English. You'll pick up new words related to history, culture, and more.
It's also a good idea to write down any new words or phrases you come across while traveling. You can review them later and try to use them in your conversations.
Social media can also be a great tool for practicing English while traveling. When you post about your trip, try writing your captions in English. It's a fun way to express your thoughts and get creative with language.
Yes, and when you interact with friends or followers who comment on your posts, respond in English. You can even ask questions in English to spark conversations.
And don't worry about making mistakes. Social media is informal, and it's a perfect space to practice writing in a relaxed environment. Plus, you can get instant feedback from others.
That's right. You can also follow travel bloggers or influencers who write in English. Reading their posts will expose you to new vocabulary and different ways of expressing travel experiences. If you're visiting a popular tourist destination, many places offer English language tour. This is a great way to learn more about the place while also practicing your listening and speaking skills.
Exactly. You can listen to the guide, ask questions, and engage with other tourists in English. It's a fantastic way to practice in a real-world situation.
And if you're staying in one place for a while, consider taking a short English class. Some cities have language schools or community centers that offer classes for travelers.
Yes, and it doesn't have to be formal. Some places offer conversational English meetups where you can practice with locals or other learners. When you're traveling, the type of accommodation you choose can have a big impact on how much you practice your English. Staying at a hostel or a guest house is often one of the best ways to meet other travelers who speak English.
Absolutely. Hostels, especially, tend to be social places where people from all over the world gather. Many of these travelers use English as a common language, even if it's not their first language. By staying in a hostel, you're more likely to have casual conversations with fellow guests in English.
And these conversations can happen in common areas, kitchens, or even during group activities organized by the hostel. It's a fantastic way to not only meet people but also to practice your English in a relaxed, friendly environment. You'll learn a lot without even realizing it.
Yes, and the great thing about these conversations is that they often revolve around shared experiences like travel plans, stories, and tips. This gives you a lot of opportunities to use practical vocabulary and build your speaking confidence. Plus, many people you meet will also be non-native English speakers, so you won't feel as self-conscious about making mistakes.
It's a very supportive atmosphere. Everyone's there to learn and explore, so it's a great chance to push yourself a little and start conversations. Don't be afraid to ask questions or share your own travel experiences in English. It's a great way to build friendships and practice your language skills at the same time.
And if you stay at a guest house, the staff might also speak English, giving you another chance to practice. You can ask for recommendations, directions, or even learn some local customs from them. These kinds of interactions are practical and can really help you improve your conversational skills.
Public transportation might not be the first place you think of for learning English, but it can actually be a great opportunity to practice. Whether you're on a bus, train, or plane, you'll often find yourself surrounded by people speaking English.
That's right. You can observe how people communicate in these situations, listening to announcements, watching interactions between passengers and staff, and even reading signs or schedules in English. These are all chances to learn how the language is used in everyday, practical ways.
And sometimes you might find yourself in a situation where you need to ask for help. Maybe you're not sure which stop to get off at or how to find your way. This is a perfect opportunity to approach someone and ask questions in English. Even simple phrases like, "Excuse me, which stop is the museum?" or "How do I get to the airport?" will help you practice.
Exactly. Public transportation is full of small interactions where you can practice your English. If you're in an English-speaking country, you can listen to the announcements and try to understand them. In many cities, the announcements are in English, even if you're in a non-English speaking country, so you can get used to hearing the language in a real-world setting.
Another idea is to use the time while you're traveling to review some English vocabulary or grammar. If you're on a long bus ride or a flight, bring a small notebook or use a language app to practice. You can also read travel guides or maps in English to familiarize yourself with new words.
And if you're feeling bold, you could strike up a conversation with someone sitting next to you. People often enjoy chatting during long journeys, and you never know, you might end up learning something new while practicing your English. Whether it's a quick chat about the destination or a longer conversation about travel experiences, these moments are valuable for language learning.
Visiting local markets or shops is another excellent way to practice your English. When you're shopping, you have to ask questions, interact with vendors, and even negotiate prices, sometimes all of which give you real-life opportunities to use your English.
Exactly. Whether you're buying souvenirs, food, or just browsing, you'll often find that English is spoken in tourist-heavy areas, even if you're in a non-English speaking country. For example, many market vendors in places like Thailand or Turkey speak basic English to communicate with tourists, and you can use these interactions to practice your speaking skills.
Right, and shopping gives you a chance to use a wide range of vocabulary. You might ask about prices, sizes, colors, or materials. These are practical words that can be really useful in everyday conversations, not just while you're traveling. Plus, you'll be practicing your listening skills as you understand the vendor's responses.
Another great thing about markets is that they often have a very relaxed and casual atmosphere. It's not as formal as some other places, so you can feel more comfortable practicing your English without the pressure of a serious conversation. And if you're in a situation where you don't know the right word, you can use gestures or point to items, which helps bridge the gap while you're learning.
And the more you practice, the easier it becomes. Even if you start with simple questions like, "How much is this?" or "Do you have this in another size?" You'll gradually build confidence. These small interactions can make a big difference in how comfortable you feel speaking English.
Yes, and one more tip is to pay attention to how locals use English in these settings. Sometimes you'll overhear other shoppers or tourists asking questions, and you can learn from how they phrase things. It's all about observing and applying what you've learned in real-world situations.
When you're traveling, picking up a local English newspaper or magazine is a great way to practice your reading skills and stay informed about what's happening in the area.
That's a really good point. Many countries, especially in tourist destinations, have English versions of their local newspapers or magazines. Reading these is a fantastic way to improve your English comprehension, especially with current events, culture, or even advertisements that give you insight into everyday language use.
Right. You'll often find these publications in hotels, airports, or tourist centers. The articles are usually written in clear, accessible English, which makes them perfect for learners. You can also take your time reading through them, looking up any new vocabulary you encounter.
And even if you don't understand every word, you'll be picking up new phrases, sentence structures, and cultural references that are useful for language learning. For example, reading an article about a local festival or event will not only teach you new words, but also give you something to talk about when you meet people.
Plus, the advertisements and classified sections are filled with practical language related to jobs, services, and products. This kind of exposure to everyday English is extremely valuable, as it helps you get used to seeing and understanding English in a variety of contexts.
And don't forget about digital options. Many newspapers and magazines have online versions that you can access on your phone or tablet while traveling. This means you can read in English wherever you are on a train, in a cafe, or even while relaxing in your hotel room.
It's a great way to combine relaxation and learning. You can sit back with a cup of coffee, enjoy reading about local news or cultural stories, and improve your English at the same time. And if you come across an article that really interests you, it can also be a conversation starter when you meet new people. When you're traveling, many places offer guided tour or events specifically for English-speaking visitors. Taking part in these can give you excellent opportunities to practice your English in a real-world context.
Absolutely. Whether it's a walking tour of a historic city, a visit to a museum, or even a group hike, these tours are often conducted in English, and you'll have plenty of chances to ask questions and interact with the guide and other participants.
And what's great about these tours is that they often cover topics you might not encounter in a classroom setting. You'll learn specialized vocabulary related to history, art, nature, or whatever the tour focuses on, all while practicing your listening and speaking skills.
Right, and because the tours are usually informal, there's no pressure to be perfect. You can ask questions if you don't understand something, and the guides are typically very helpful and patient with non-native speakers. It's a great way to immerse yourself in English while learning about the place you're visiting.
Yes, and many tour companies offer group tour where you can meet other travelers who speak English. These events are perfect for making connections and practicing your conversational skills in a fun, engaging environment.
Another idea is to attend local events or workshops that are offered in English. These could be anything from cooking classes to cultural performances, and they give you a chance to experience the local culture while using your English in practical, hands-on situations.
It's all about being proactive. If you see an opportunity to use your English, whether it's on a tour, at an event, or just exploring the city, take it. The more you practice, the more confident you'll become, and before you know it, speaking English will feel much more natural. One of my favorite ways to improve English while traveling is to keep a travel journal. Writing about your experiences not only helps you remember them, but also gives you a daily opportunity to practice your English writing skills.
That's a fantastic idea. Writing down what you've done, seen, and learned each day can be an amazing way to reflect on your experiences. And because you're writing in English, you're reinforcing the language skills you've been using throughout your trip.
Exactly. And you don't have to write long essays, just a few sentences or short paragraphs about what you did that day, where you went, and how you felt. It's a way to practice without the pressure of being perfect. Plus, over time, you'll start to notice your writing improving.
Right, and the great thing about journaling is that it's completely personal. You can use it to focus on any areas of your English that you want to improve, whether it's vocabulary, grammar, or even sentence structure. And because you're writing about real-life experiences, the words and phrases you're using will feel relevant and meaningful.
You can also look back on your entries and see your progress, which can be really motivating. For example, if you've written about a conversation you had in English with someone, you can see how much easier it was to communicate compared to when you first started traveling.
And another tip is to review your journal entries from time to time. Maybe look up new words you didn't know when you wrote them, or correct any mistakes you notice later on. It's a great way to actively engage with your learning and keep improving your language skills, even when you're not speaking.
Yes, and it's a fun way to capture memories too. When you return home, you'll have a record of all your travel adventures and your English learning journey. It's a win-win. If you're traveling in a country where English is spoken, or where you have access to English media, watching TV or listening to the radio can be another great way to improve your English.
That's a great tip. It's so easy to find English language content wherever you go these days, whether it's on local TV channels, through streaming services, or even just listening to English radio stations. And the best part is that you're not only practicing your listening skills, but you're also getting a sense of how the language is used in everyday situations.
Exactly. Watching the news, TV shows, or even commercials in English exposes you to different accents, speaking speeds, and types of language, whether formal or casual. It's a great way to become more familiar with how English is spoken in real life, not just in textbooks.
And if you're listening to the radio, especially talk shows or interviews, you'll get to hear natural conversations and discussions on various topics. This is helpful for learning how to follow along with different speaking styles, and it can improve your ability to understand more spontaneous, unscripted English.
Yes, and one of the best parts is that you can do this in your downtime, maybe while you're resting in your hotel room or during your travel breaks. It's a relaxing yet effective way to immerse yourself in the language.
Plus, with the rise of podcasts and online streaming, you can even download English content before your trip and listen to it whenever you have free time. It's a convenient way to learn, and you can choose topics that interest you, which makes the learning process more enjoyable.
That's a great point. You can also try watching English movies or series with English subtitles if you're still building your listening skills. This way, You're reinforcing both your reading and listening skills at the same time. Another fantastic tool for learning English while traveling is using language apps. There are so many great apps out there that can help you improve your English, whether you're waiting for a bus or sitting at a cafe.
Absolutely. Apps like Duolingo, Babbel, or even more advanced ones like HelloTalk or Tandem allow you to practice your language skills anytime, anywhere. These apps often have interactive lessons, quizzes, and even opportunities to chat with native speakers, so you're not just passively learning, you're actively engaging with the language.
And the best part is that most language apps are designed to fit into your busy schedule. You can spend just 5 or 10 minutes practicing a specific skill like vocabulary or grammar, which makes it really convenient when you're traveling and don't have a lot of time to sit down and study.
Exactly. And some of these apps also offer lessons that are travel-focused. So you can learn specific phrases related to airports, hotels, or restaurants, things that are immediately useful when you're traveling.
And another great feature of some apps is the ability to connect with language partners. Apps like HelloTalk or Tandem allow you to chat with native speakers, ask questions, and even have voice conversations. This can be a really fun and practical way to practice your English with real people, especially when you're in a foreign country.
Yes, and the beauty of these apps is that they often incorporate games or challenges that make learning feel more like a fun activity than a chore. You can even set daily goals to keep yourself motivated while you're on the road.
It's also a great way to stay consistent. Even if you're only practicing for a few minutes each day, that consistency will really help you improve over time. And since most of us carry our phones everywhere, language apps are a perfect solution for learning on the go. Making friends while traveling is one of the best ways to practice your English. Whether you're chatting with locals or other travelers, these interactions give you a real chance to improve your conversational skills.
Exactly. One of the joys of traveling is meeting new people from different backgrounds. Often, English will be the common language used, even if it's not the first language for either of you. This gives you the perfect opportunity to practice speaking English in a real-world setting.
And it's not just about practicing language, it's also about building meaningful connections. By striking up conversations with locals, you're not only improving your English, but you're also learning about the culture, the people, and the way of life in the place you're visiting.
And when you're talking to other travelers, it's usually in informal settings at hostels, cafes, or on tour, so there's less pressure. These are relaxed, everyday conversations where you can feel comfortable practicing your English without worrying too much about making mistakes.
Exactly, and most people are happy to chat. If you're staying at a hostel, you might meet people in the common areas, kitchens, or even while exploring the city. And the great thing is that many travelers are also looking for conversation, so you're helping each other.
And don't forget the locals. Asking for recommendations, directions, or just chatting with shop owners and tour guides can really help boost your confidence in speaking English. It's amazing how much your language skills can improve when you're using English every day with people who live in the area.
It's all about being open and willing to engage with the people around you. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel, and before you know it, you'll be holding longer conversations and using more complex vocabulary. One of the best ways to practice listening to English while learning more about the place you're visiting is by taking guided tour in English. Many cities offer tour in multiple languages, and choosing the English option gives you a great opportunity to improve your listening skills.
That's a great suggestion. Not only are you getting to explore the sights, but you're also listening to a guide explain things in English, often using descriptive language and storytelling to bring the experience to life. This helps you learn new vocabulary and understand how English is used in different contexts.
Yes, and the nice thing about guided tour is that they're usually interactive. You can ask the guide questions or even chat with other people on the tour. It's a very relaxed environment for practicing your English, especially since many tour guides are used to speaking with non-native English speakers.
And because the tour are often focused on history, culture, or local facts, the language you hear is both informative and engaging. You get to practice listening to more formal or structured English, which can be helpful if you want to expand your vocabulary beyond everyday conversations.
Exactly, and the variety of topics on tour can help expose you to a wide range of subjects. Whether it's architecture, history, or art, you'll be learning new words and phrases that you might not encounter in a regular conversation.
And another great thing is that many tours also include written materials like brochures or maps. These are often in English too, so you can read along while listening to the guide. It reinforces both your reading and listening skills at the same time.
Plus, taking a tour is just fun. You get to explore a new place, learn interesting facts, and improve your English all at the same time. It's a win-win situation. Another simple yet effective way to practice English while traveling is to get into the habit of describing your day, either to yourself or to others. It's a great way to build your confidence in speaking and improve your fluency.
That's a great point. Describing your day out loud, even if it's just to yourself, forces you to think in English. It could be as simple as saying, "Today I visited the museum and I really enjoyed the art exhibits." It's a quick and easy exercise that helps reinforce what you've learned throughout the day.
Yes, and if you're traveling with friends, you can even make it a fun activity by asking each other, "What did you do today?" Or "What was your favorite part of the trip so far?" It's a natural way to keep the conversation going in English while reflecting on your experiences.
And if you're traveling solo, you can still do this by journaling or even using voice notes on your phone. Describe what you did, how you felt, and what you learned. This helps you get comfortable with thinking and speaking in English without the pressure of a real-time conversation.
Exactly, and the more you practice describing your day, the more fluent and comfortable you'll become in English. It's all about repetition and getting used to using the language regularly.
It's a really effective way to practice, especially if you focus on different aspects of your day. You can describe the places you visited, the people you met, the food you ate, or even how you felt during certain moments. This way, you're expanding your vocabulary and getting better at expressing yourself in English.
And because it's such a personal activity, you can tailor it to your own interests and experiences. Whether you had an exciting adventure or a quiet day exploring a new city, it's all great material for improving your English. If you're a fan of reading, visiting English-speaking bookstores or libraries can be another fun way to immerse yourself in the language while traveling.
That's a great idea. Many major cities have international bookstores with sections dedicated to English books, and you can find everything from novels to travel guides. Browsing through these sections can be a great way to pick up some new reading material and expand your vocabulary.
Yes, and you can choose books that match your current level of English. If you're a beginner or intermediate learner, you can start with simple books like children's stories or graded readers. For more advanced learners, novels or nonfiction books can provide a great challenge.
Exactly. And the nice thing about reading while traveling is that it gives you a break from all the hustle and bustle. You can find a quiet spot at a cafe or park, sit down with a good book, and enjoy some peaceful reading time, all while improving your English.
And it's not just books. Many bookstores also carry magazines, newspapers, or even travel guides in English. These can be great for practicing your reading comprehension, especially if you're interested in specific topics like current events, culture, or travel tips.
Yes, and don't forget about audiobooks. Some bookstores offer digital downloads or recommendations for English audiobooks, which you can listen to while you're traveling. It's another great way to improve your listening skills and pick up new vocabulary on the go.
Absolutely. And if you're lucky, some bookstores also have reading clubs or events in English, where you can meet fellow travelers or locals and discuss books or current topics. It's a great way to practice speaking and listening while making new connections. When you're traveling, you'll likely hear native speakers use a lot of idioms and expressions in English. Learning these can really help you sound more natural and fluent when speaking.
Definitely. Idioms are a big part of conversational English, and they're often used in informal settings. Phrases like break the ice, hit the road, or catch up are commonly used by native speakers, and understanding them can make it easier to follow conversations.
And you don't have to learn all the idioms at once, just focus on the ones you hear most often or that seem useful in everyday situations. For example, if you're traveling and meet someone new, you might hear them say, "Let's break the ice" to start a conversation.
Exactly. And as you travel, you'll naturally encounter these idiomatic expressions in different contexts. Maybe you'll hear someone say, "I'm hitting the road tomorrow," which means they're leaving for a trip. It's a fun way to learn how native speakers communicate.
Yes, and once you start using these idioms in your own conversations, you'll feel more confident and fluent. It's one of those things that can really elevate your English and help you fit in more naturally with native speakers.
And learning idioms also improves your listening skills. When you hear them in conversations or in movies, you'll understand the meaning behind the words, which often isn't literal. For example, spill the beans doesn't actually mean spilling beans, it means revealing a secret.
Right idioms are often playful and creative, which makes learning them more enjoyable. You can even keep a small notebook to jot down any new idioms you hear while traveling, and then try using them in your own conversations.
It's all about having fun with the language and expanding your vocabulary in a way that feels natural. The more idioms you learn, the more fluent and confident you'll become in English.
Engaging with local people is one of the most rewarding ways to practice your English while traveling. It gives you a chance to use the language in real-life situations and learn about the culture at the same time.
Absolutely. Whether it's asking for directions, chatting with a shopkeeper, or striking up a conversation with someone at a cafe, these interactions can greatly improve your speaking skills. You'll find that most people are happy to help and often appreciate your effort to speak their language.
Yes, and these conversations can also be an opportunity to learn slang and local expressions. Every region has its unique way of speaking, and by engaging with locals, you can pick up on those nuances that might not be in textbooks.
Plus, speaking with locals can lead to new friendships and connections. They might invite you to local events or recommend places to visit that you wouldn't find in a guidebook. This not only enhances your travel experience, but also provides more opportunities to practice English.
And don't forget about using apps or websites to find language exchange partners. Many travelers use platforms like Meetup or Tandem to connect with locals who are interested in practicing English, allowing both parties to benefit from the exchange.
That's a fantastic way to make the most of your time abroad. You can schedule casual meetups to chat over coffee or explore the city together. It's a win-win situation where you get to practice English while making new friends.
Exactly. The key is to be open and willing to talk to people. Even if you make mistakes, most locals will be understanding and supportive. They'll appreciate your effort to communicate in their language.
Right, and remember, every conversation is a chance to learn. So even if it feels daunting at first, the more you practice, the more confident you'll become in your English speaking abilities.
Watching local movies or TV shows in English can be an entertaining way to improve your listening skills while traveling. It exposes you to the language in a context that's often fun and engaging.
That's a great tip. Many streaming services offer a wide variety of English language films and series. You can choose genres that interest you, whether it's comedy, drama, or documentaries. Watching shows that you can relate to will keep you motivated.
Absolutely. And the best part is that you can practice listening while enjoying a good story. It helps you hear how native speakers use everyday language, slang, and expressions, which can be really different from what you learn in a classroom setting.
Plus, if you're watching with English subtitles, you can follow along and see how words are spelled while hearing them pronounced. This dual exposure reinforces your learning.
And if you come across new vocabulary or phrases, you can pause the show to look them up or write them down. This way, you're actively engaging with the content rather than just passively watching.
Yes, and discussing the movies or shows with friends or fellow travelers can also be beneficial. It encourages you to speak about what you watched and share your opinions, helping reinforce your conversational skills.
Exactly. You can even host a movie night with fellow travelers and watch a film together. Afterward, you can discuss it in English, sharing your thoughts and reactions. It's a fun way to practice speaking in a relaxed setting.
And the cultural context you gain from watching local media is invaluable. It helps you understand the humor, traditions, and social issues that might be present in the country you're visiting. This deeper understanding can enhance your travel experience overall.
Taking part in local classes or workshops can be an excellent way to improve your English while immersing yourself in a new culture. Whether it's a cooking class, art workshop, or language exchange, these activities provide a great opportunity to learn and meet new people.
That's right. Many cities offer classes specifically designed for travelers, where you can learn something new while practicing your English. Plus, you'll have the chance to interact with both locals and fellow travelers.
Yes, and the best part is that you'll be using English in a practical context. For example, if you're in a cooking class, you'll learn the vocabulary related to food, measurements, and cooking techniques while having fun.
And because you're participating in hands-on activities, you'll likely remember the vocabulary better. It's easier to recall words and phrases when you've had a practical experience associated with them.
Absolutely, and many classes encourage participation, so you'll have to communicate and ask questions in English. This kind of interaction can significantly boost your confidence and fluency.
Plus, classes often include materials or handouts in English, which you can take home to review later. This helps reinforce what you've learned during the class.
And don't forget about workshops that might focus on local crafts or traditions. Learning about a culture through its arts and crafts is not only educational, but also gives you a unique souvenir to take home.
Exactly. And by immersing yourself in the local culture through these experiences, you'll find that you're not just learning English, you're also making meaningful connections and memories.
Language learning apps can be an incredibly useful tool while traveling. They offer a flexible way to practice English whenever you have a few spare minutes, whether you're waiting for a train or relaxing at a cafe.
Absolutely. Many apps include interactive exercises, vocabulary builders, and even speaking practice. You can work on grammar, pronunciation, or listening skills at your own pace.
And the nice thing is that most of these apps have different levels, so you can choose the one that fits your current skill level. Plus, they often incorporate games and challenges, making learning more engaging.
Yes, and some apps even allow you to connect with native speakers for practice. This can be an excellent way to get real-time feedback on your pronunciation and conversational skills.
Exactly. Many apps also offer daily goals or reminders to keep you motivated. Setting a small goal each day can lead to significant improvement over time.
And you can also download lessons for offline use, which is perfect for traveling when you might not always have internet access. You can use those moments on the go to keep practicing.
Plus, tracking your progress through the app can be really rewarding. It gives you a sense of accomplishment as you see how much you've learned during your trip.
Indeed, and the key is to incorporate these tools into your daily routine while traveling. Even just 15 to 20 minutes a day can make a big difference in your English skills.
Participating in local events can provide an immersive experience that enhances your English skills. Whether it's a festival, concert, or community gathering, these events often encourage interaction and conversation.
Exactly. Local events are great opportunities to meet people, practice your listening skills, and learn about the culture. You can ask questions, join discussions, and engage in activities all while using English.
Yes, and many events also have English-speaking participants, making it easier for non-native speakers to join in. This creates a comfortable environment to practice speaking and listening without the pressure of formal settings.
And you might find that some events offer workshops or activities that require you to use English, such as cooking demonstrations or art classes. These hands-on experiences reinforce your learning in a fun way.
Plus, attending local events allows you to experience the culture firsthand. You can learn about traditions, food, music, and art, which enhances your overall travel experience while practicing your language skills.
And if you're not sure where to find local events, checking social media or community boards can provide a wealth of information. Many cities have pages dedicated to local happenings.
Absolutely, and the sense of community at these events can help you feel more connected to the place you're visiting. Making friends while practicing English is a fantastic bonus.
Yes, and every conversation you have at these events is an opportunity to improve your English. So don't hesitate to introduce yourself and engage with others.
Traveling with a language partner can be an incredible way to enhance your English speaking skills. If you have a friend who is fluent in English, or even someone who is learning the language alongside you, it can create a supportive environment for practice.
Absolutely. When you travel together, you can encourage each other to use English in various situations, whether it's ordering food, asking for directions, or chatting with locals. It makes the experience less intimidating.
And having someone to practice with can boost your confidence. You can rehearse conversations or vocabulary together, making it easier to speak up in real-life situations.
Plus, you can share tips and learn from each other's strengths and weaknesses. For instance, if one of you is better at writing while the other excels in speaking, you can help each other improve in areas where you might struggle.
Exactly. And you can also make it a goal to speak English as much as possible while traveling. This shared commitment can create a sense of accountability.
And if you both encounter challenging situations, you can support each other. It's comforting to know that someone else is going through the same experience.
Definitely, and when you return home, you can continue practicing together, whether it's through regular meetups or virtual language exchange sessions.
Yes, having a language partner doesn't just enhance your travels. It can also establish a long-lasting friendship centered around learning and language.
Taking time to reflect on your progress while traveling is crucial for your language development. It allows you to assess what you've learned and what areas you still want to improve.
Exactly. You can keep a journal to document your experiences, new vocabulary, and conversations. This practice not only helps reinforce what you've learned, but also tracks your journey over time.
And reflecting on your experiences can help you identify which strategies worked best for you. Did you find that speaking with locals boosted your confidence? Did watching local films improve your listening skills? Knowing what helps you can guide your future learning.
Plus, looking back at your progress can be motivating. You'll likely realize how much you've improved since you started traveling, which can inspire you to keep going.
Absolutely, and sharing your progress with friends or fellow travelers can provide additional encouragement. They might offer new insights or methods that could further enhance your learning experience.
And as you reflect, remember to celebrate your successes, no matter how small. Every conversation you have, every new word you learn, is a step forward in your English journey.
Definitely. Embracing the journey and being proud of your achievements can keep you motivated and eager to continue practicing, both while traveling and when you return home. Creating a language learning routine while traveling can help you stay consistent in your practice. With so much excitement and new experiences, it's easy to let your language skills slip, but having a plan can make a big difference.
Absolutely. Even if you only dedicate a few minutes each day to practice English, it adds up over time. You could set aside time in the morning for vocabulary review or spend some evenings practicing speaking with a friend.
Yes, and you can tailor your routine to fit your travel schedule. For example, you might decide to practice listening to podcasts during your morning commute or read an English book in the evenings before bed.
Exactly. You can also make use of downtime, like waiting in line or during a meal, to review flashcards or practice pronunciation. The key is to find small pockets of time throughout your day to keep your skills sharp.
Plus, establishing a routine creates a sense of normalcy, even when you're in a different environment. It helps maintain your momentum and keeps your learning on track.
And don't forget to be flexible. If your schedule changes or you find a new activity that takes up your time, adjust your routine accordingly. The goal is to keep practicing, not to stress about sticking to a strict plan.
Exactly, and consider rewarding yourself for sticking to your routine. Maybe treat yourself to a favorite meal or a small souvenir. This way, you stay motivated to continue your practice.
That's a great idea. Celebrating small victories can help reinforce the habit and make your learning journey more enjoyable.
Using travel guides in English can also be an effective way to enhance your language skills. When you read about places you're visiting, you not only learn the vocabulary related to travel, but also gain valuable insights about the culture and history.
Exactly. Many travel guides are written in accessible language, making it easier for English learners to understand. You can learn about local attractions, food, and customs while expanding your vocabulary.
And as you read through the guides, try to summarize what you've learned in your own words. This practice helps reinforce your understanding and improves your writing skills as well.
Plus, you can discuss your findings with fellow travelers or locals. This interaction allows you to practice speaking and reinforces your comprehension of the material.
That's a great point, and many guides also include useful phrases or language tips that can help you navigate common situations while traveling, such as asking for directions or ordering food.
Yes, these practical phrases can be invaluable. They prepare you for real-life conversations, making you feel more confident when you need to communicate.
And if you find a guide that you really enjoy, consider writing a review in English. This not only gives you practice, but also helps other travelers looking for recommendations.
Exactly. Sharing your experiences and tips can foster a sense of community among travelers and allows you to express your thoughts clearly in English.
Social media can be a fantastic tool for learning English while traveling. By following English-speaking accounts, you can immerse yourself in the language and connect with others who share your interests.
Absolutely. Platforms like Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook allow you to see real-time language in action. You can follow travel influencers, local businesses, or language learning accounts for daily inspiration.
And engaging with posts by commenting or messaging can provide practice in writing and reading. It's a casual way to use English and connect with people around the world.
Exactly. You can ask questions about places, seek advice from fellow travelers, or even share your experiences. This interaction encourages you to express yourself in English.
And don't forget about joining groups or forums related to travel or language learning. These communities can offer valuable tips, resources, and opportunities for language exchange.
Yes, participating in discussions or challenges within these groups can motivate you to use English regularly. Plus, you'll learn from others' experiences and insights.
Social media can also expose you to current events and trends, helping you stay informed while practicing your language skills. Reading about news or popular topics in English will enhance your comprehension.
Indeed, and it's important to remember to be cautious about the information you consume. Not everything on social media is accurate, so critical thinking is essential.
Setting specific language goals for your travels can significantly enhance your learning experience. By having clear objectives, you can focus your efforts and measure your progress effectively.
Absolutely. For example, you might aim to learn a certain number of new words each week or practice speaking with locals every day. These goals give you direction and motivation.
Yes, and it's essential to make your goals realistic and achievable. Setting smaller, incremental goals can lead to a sense of accomplishment and keep you motivated throughout your trip.
And don't forget to celebrate your achievements. Whether you've reached a vocabulary milestone or had a successful conversation, acknowledging your progress can keep your spirits high.
Exactly. You can also adjust your goals based on your experiences. If you find a particular area challenging, it's okay to modify your goals to focus more on that aspect.
Plus, writing down your goals can serve as a constant reminder of what you're working toward. Keeping track of your progress in a journal can be really motivating.
And sharing your goals with friends or fellow travelers can provide additional support. You can encourage each other and share tips on how to achieve your objectives.
Definitely. Having a support system can make the learning process much more enjoyable and effective.
Exploring language apps is another fantastic way to enhance your English skills while traveling. Many apps offer on-the-go learning opportunities, making it easy to practice during your trips.
Exactly. Apps like Duolingo, Babbel, or Memrise allow you to work on vocabulary, grammar, and pronunciation in short, engaging sessions. You can use them whenever you have a few spare minutes, like while waiting for a train.
Yes, and some apps offer interactive features like speaking exercises or quizzes, which can make learning fun and competitive. Plus, they often have community features where you can interact with other learners.
That's a great point. Engaging with other learners can motivate you to practice more frequently. You can exchange tips or even practice speaking together through voice chat features.
Additionally, many of these apps allow you to set daily goals, which can help you stay consistent in your practice. For instance, you might aim to complete one lesson each day or learn a set number of new words.
And don't forget to take advantage of the offline features some apps offer. You can download lessons or exercises in advance, so you're prepared even in areas with limited internet access.
Absolutely, this flexibility allows you to fit language practice into your travel schedule, no matter where you are. Whether you're on a long flight or waiting at the airport, you can keep your skills sharp.
Moreover, consider trying apps specifically designed for conversational practice, like HelloTalk or Tandem. These platforms connect you with native speakers who can help you practice in real time.
That's a brilliant suggestion. Practicing with native speakers can enhance your pronunciation and fluency, making your learning experience even richer. It's all about finding the right tools that work for you. Joining local language classes while traveling can be a rewarding way to improve your English skills. Many cities offer short-term courses or conversation clubs that cater to tourists and locals alike.
Absolutely. Participating in a language class allows you to immerse yourself in the language while meeting new people. It creates a structured environment for learning, which can be especially beneficial if you're a beginner.
Yes, and these classes often focus on practical language skills, helping you learn vocabulary and phrases that are relevant to your travel experience. You'll gain confidence in speaking and understanding English in various contexts.
Plus, learning with a group can be incredibly motivating. You can practice speaking with your classmates, share experiences, and learn from one another. It fosters a supportive community.
Exactly, many local classes also include cultural activities, allowing you to learn about the region's customs while practicing the language. It's a great way to combine language learning with cultural immersion.
And don't forget about online classes. If you prefer a more flexible schedule, many platforms offer virtual classes where you can connect with native-speaking teachers from anywhere in the world.
That's a wonderful option for those who want to maintain a routine while traveling. The online format allows you to fit lessons around your travel itinerary and still get quality instruction.
Indeed, plus, whether you're in person or online, you'll receive immediate feedback on your speaking and writing, which is essential for improvement. It's a proactive way to enhance your skills.
Ultimately, whether you choose in-person or online classes, joining a language class can significantly boost your confidence and proficiency in English, making your travel experience even more enjoyable. Utilizing English media, such as films, TV shows, and music, is a fantastic way to enhance your language skills while traveling. Consuming media in English helps you improve listening comprehension and familiarize yourself with different accents.
Absolutely. When you watch movies or shows in English, you not only hear the language in context, but you also get to see cultural references and expressions that are commonly used. It's both entertaining and educational.
Yes, and if you find something you particularly enjoy, try watching it with subtitles. This can help you understand the dialogue better while also improving your reading skills.
And consider listening to English music while you travel. Pay attention to the lyrics and try to sing along. It's a fun way to practice pronunciation and learn new vocabulary in a catchy context.
Exactly. You can even look up the meanings of songs you like. This deepens your understanding and appreciation of the language. Plus, music often conveys emotions and cultural nuances, enriching your learning experience.
Moreover, engaging with podcasts tailored to language learners can be especially helpful. Many podcasts focus on everyday English and include discussions about various topics, making it easy to follow along.
That's a great point. Listening to podcasts while traveling is a convenient way to keep practicing, whether you're on a bus, train, or just relaxing at your accommodation. You can learn and enjoy at the same time.
Indeed, the key is to find media that interests you. When you're genuinely engaged, you're more likely to absorb the language and improve your skills effortlessly.
So, whether it's through movies, music, or podcasts, utilizing English media can significantly enhance your language learning journey while you explore new places. Engaging in cultural exchanges can be an enriching experience while traveling. It not only helps you practice your English skills, but also fosters connections with locals and other travelers.
Absolutely. Cultural exchanges, like language exchanges or community events, provide opportunities to interact with native speakers. These settings encourage you to use English in real conversations.
Yes, and you can find cultural exchange programs in many cities, often organized through language schools or local community centers. Participating in these events can lead to lasting friendships and shared experiences.
Plus, they often focus on practical topics or activities, making it easier to learn language in context. You might find yourself discussing local cuisine or traditions while practicing your speaking skills.
Exactly, and many exchanges include structured activities where you can learn and practice English together, like cooking classes or guided tour. It's a fun and interactive way to immerse yourself in the language.
And don't hesitate to share your own culture during these exchanges. This reciprocity can enhance the experience for everyone involved and create meaningful connections across cultures.
Definitely, learning about each other's backgrounds deepens understanding and appreciation for different perspectives. It enriches your travel experience beyond just language skills. So, engaging in cultural exchanges while traveling not only boosts your English proficiency, but also creates beautiful memories and friendships along the way. One effective tip for improving your English while traveling is to document your learning journey. Keeping a travel journal can enhance your writing skills and help you reflect on your experiences.
That's a fantastic idea. By writing about your daily adventures, you can practice using new vocabulary and grammar structures. It also gives you a chance to express your thoughts and feelings in English.
Exactly. You can write about what you saw, the people you met, or the foods you tried. This not only improves your writing, but also helps you remember your experiences more vividly.
And don't forget to include sketches or photos. Visuals can enhance your journal and make it more personal. Plus, it's a great way to keep memories alive as you reflect on your journey.
Additionally, consider sharing your journal entries with friends or online communities. This can provide you with feedback and encouragement while you practice your writing skills.
Definitely. Engaging with others who share similar interests can motivate you to keep writing and learning. It's a wonderful way to connect with like-minded individuals.
Ultimately, documenting your experiences not only improves your writing skills, but also enriches your travel experience by encouraging you to observe and reflect on the world around you. Another valuable tip is to seek out English-speaking friends during your travels. Building friendships with native speakers can provide you with a supportive environment to practice your language skills.
Absolutely. Making friends with locals or fellow travelers who speak English can lead to valuable conversations. You can learn colloquial phrases and improve your fluency through real-life interactions.
Yes, and friendships often lead to deeper cultural exchanges. You'll not only practice the language, but also learn about their customs, traditions, and way of life, enhancing your overall travel experience.
Plus, these friendships can motivate you to practice regularly. You'll likely find yourself wanting to communicate effectively, which can push you to improve even faster.
And don't hesitate to invite your new friends to engage in language-related activities. Whether it's cooking a meal together or exploring the city, these shared experiences can create lasting memories.
Exactly. Whether it's joining a local club, attending events, or simply hanging out, forming connections with English speakers can enrich your learning experience and make your travels more enjoyable.
Ultimately, fostering friendships while traveling is not only about practicing English, but also about creating a network of support that can last long after your trip ends.